Ladies and gentlemen, I am Leroy Truth for Leroy Truth Investigations. And this is insane breaking news where a sitting mayor and state senator and head of the Judiciary Committee in the state of New Jersey, Mayor Brian P. Stack, he has created a special website for yours truly, Leroy Truth, in an attempt to show how great he is and how bad I am. He even goes so far as to claim that I am a borderline domestic terrorist. Why? Because I have been investigating over 1,500 complaints of corruption that people in Union City have brought to me. I'm simply an independent American journalist doing his job. And the mayor is trying to paint me as a domestic terrorist. I am Leroy Truth for Leroy Truth Investigations because the truth matters. I am Leroy Truth. Mayor Stack, I know you watch all my videos. I know you're watching this one. Mayor and Senator Stack. Oh, I also know that Matt Platkin, the Attorney General, is watching this. Esther Suarez, Alex Velasquez, and all the other corruption team there. Phil Murphy, Governor, you'll be watching this as well, most likely. For a sitting mayor, senator, head of the Judiciary Committee to call American independent journalists alluding that I'm a domestic terrorist is not only beneath the offices that he simultaneously holds. It is dangerous. And numerous people told me that Mayor Stack had a brand new website page created on his official Mayor Brian Stack website for Union City. And at first I was like, no. I mean, he's not smart, but he can't be that not smart. So what I did is I just took a look. Here, check this out. And first thing I did is that I want to see, is it real official Mayor Brian Stack or someone just being a troll? So I went to his official government Facebook track. Brian P. Stack. Mayor Brian Stack is responsible for this page. And by the way, Mayor Stack, you need to unblock me because it is against the law to block someone on a government Facebook page. And stop deleting my comments. That's against the law as well. You delete them. Numerous comments that I have put up there. Now, I said, is this really Mayor Stack's Facebook page? Well, yes, it is. I knew that. Now, is the place where he alludes that I'm a domestic terrorist real? I just go to his Facebook page here. Here's a website link. And just like magic, it takes me to this page. And look at this. It has only 3 places you can go to on it. So I'm gonna click on the truth. Let's find out what the truth is. Let's see. Let's scroll down here. Now this brand new page starts off. Attention Union City residents and concerned citizens, this is the truth about Brian Stack. Now, first of all, Brian, come on, buddy. You went to school, right? At least sometimes. You're missing punctuation here. Attention Union City residents and concerned citizens, maybe a comma? This is the truth about Brian Stack. Then he gets right into it. Public rabble-rouser and litigious gadfly, Leonard Filipowski, which is my legal name, though no one calls me that. My mother called me that, but she unfortunately passed away about 1.5 years ago. Public rabble-rouser and litigious gadfly, Leonard Filipowski, AKA Leroy Truth, and Lexington Maximus is a stage name that I use. Now, he calls me a rabble-rouser. I'm an investigative journalist, and I ask questions, and I record my interactions as I do. Litigious, let's take this apart here. I'm only actually suing one entity right now, though if it was appropriate, I can sue as many as was necessary. What they're doing is they're trying to bash that I was sexually abused as a child when I was an altar boy from age 7 for 4 years by a Catholic priest. And I am, in fact, suing the Catholic Church. I've been working over 33 years to get some justice against the Catholic Church, who has not supported me or the dozens of other men that were sexually abused by that priest. And so Mayor Stack inserts this in there, litigious. Oh, by the way, I do have a tort claim in because Justin Marcado, one of his best friends, right-hand man, Secretary of Board of Education of Union City, New Jersey, as you all know, assaulted and robbed me, all caught on camera. And yes, I will be suing Justin Marcado and the mayor and the city in regards to that unprovoked assault and robbery of me, which you're going to see today in a video. Continuing. It says that I have been spreading false claims of corruption, misconduct, and assault against Mayor Brian Stack and other officials. Is it false claim to say Justin Marcado assaulted and robbed me when I have it on video and it happened right in front of Mayor Brian Stack? Are they false claims that I have over 1,500 allegations of corruption, pay to play, sexual assaults that have occurred in Mayor Stack's administration, cover-ups, retaliation against women? That's happening as we speak. Are those false claims that 3 women say they were sexually assaulted, allegedly by Raul Janau, who works for the Parks Department, and they go to the police and they almost instantly become retaliated against by Alicia Morajon? Are those false claims? Not at all. You say that I thrive on confrontation and abusive tactics. The only people who have been doing confronting and abusive tactics have been you, Chief Ficini, Justin Marcado, Wendy Guyon, City Commissioner, and a host of your volunteers and other minions that you have apparently mind-controlled them to do assaults and harassment against me. Then you go on to say that I have been using my well-placed cameras. Now, I gotta tell you, I have no freaking idea what you mean by well-placed cameras, but if you're giving me a compliment, which obviously you are, well, thank you for that. In fact, I'm gonna put on my resume, Leroy Truth Investigations well places his cameras whenever he investigates corrupt politicians. So thank you for that one. To agitate individuals and provoke reactions for his own twisted entertainment. Now, I know there's a lot of smart young people in the schools, and it sounds like one of the more talented students perhaps wrote that for a project maybe you offer them a free turkey for, and to have kind of a dramatic twist to this website page you created. Now, continuing, let's set the record straight, Brian says. Brian Stack has been a dedicated crusader for the people of Union City and beyond. From his early days as a tenant advocate to establishing the Brian P. Stack Civic Association. I feel like I should do the Pledge of Allegiance or something right now. He has tirelessly worked to improve the lives of those he represents. Now, I'm going to say something super clearly. Has Mayor Stack done some good things for Union City? Yes. However, that does not justify how he ends up creating and doing those things. Evil dictators all over our history books. They've done some good things for the people to surface the icing. And the people don't know the filth and evil and darkness and malevolence and the lives that have been ruined in the daily process of how Mayor Stack does his political game. So yeah, has he done some good things? Yes. But it doesn't justify all the bad things he's done. As mayor of Union City since 2000, Stack has focused on quality of life issues and has made himself readily available to citizens. Liar, liar, pants on fire, to use an old dusty chestnut there. Even publicizing his cell phone number and establishing a mobile office at various locations. Well, guess what, you liar, liar? You publicized your cell number, said you're available to citizens, then why did you not return my phone call? You said you guarantee that you return phone calls and emails in various flyers you put out. I saw them. Also, why did you not return emails from the 3 women who were sexually assaulted in Union City, who are Department of Parks workers? You didn't return their calls or their emails. They also went to see you last week, Mayor Stack, and you refused, like a little coward, to come out of your office. You were 15 feet away from those women. And they were begging and pleading with you to get Alicia Morahan to stop retaliating against them, according to them. One of them went to the police department crying, sobbing uncontrollably today because of all the retaliation. In fact, 2 of the women went to the police today to tell again and do harassment complaints against Alicia Morahan. Yet you allow her to continue this harassment. Allegedly, according to my sources, that you're directing her to do it, so they'll quit, there won't be any lawsuit. Let's continue. You also have mobile office at various locations. Doesn't help those 3 women. The allegations made by Filipowski, aka Leroy Truth, are baseless and harmless. I just gave you proof. You guarantee you contact everyone back, and you didn't. I've got people saying you directly intimidated them to vote. Direct voter intimidation. Not an allegation, according to this whistleblower, brave man Jose Guerrero, who came forward to directly share that with me on my show on Leroy Truth Investigations on YouTube. Are you calling him a liar, Brian? Many other people have told me you've done the same thing to them. I've seen the letters you send out. You send letters to city employees that obviously are intimidating them to vote for you. So these don't seem to be allegations, do they, Brian? Now, not only to the individuals targeted, but also to the community as a whole. That's a complete lie. I absolutely love Union City. I love the community of Union City. I love the people of Union City. I love the Hispanic culture that is so prevalent throughout, as well as all the other cultures that exist. It's a melting pot, Union City. And I'm highly considering moving to Union City and looking for some possible houses or apartments as we speak. Continuing. The intimidation, tactics, and threats employed by Filipowski are not only irresponsible, but also border on domestic terrorism. That is a serious allegation you are making against me, Mayor Stack. And I will be speaking with my lawyer immediately about that. However, you've got the wrong person when you created that sentence. The intimidation, tactics, and threats employed by Mayor Stack and Justin Marcado and Chief Ficini and Lieutenant Matulowicz and Lieutenant Gaston and Don Skorinsky, your lawyer butt buddy boy there, and Angelo Oteri, the other lawyer butt buddy there. Those are the ones attempting intimidation tactics and threats, and also your minions, the mindless minions that have been attacking me physically and verbally. So you got the wrong focus there. It's you that's doing the threats and attacking, not me.
Flyers. Get your hands off me. Get your hands off me. Look at this. They're all hands on. They're all hands on. Look at this.
Oh, by the way, I'm going to show you something really important, Brian and everyone. You're not going to want to miss this. Talking about threats, one allegedly by Brian Stack to me. Completing this here, we must stand up against such reckless behavior and support our dedicated public officials like Stack, who are truly working for the betterment of our city. So when you said we must stand up against such reckless behavior, is that code to tell your mindless minions to escalate the physical attacks they've been doing toward me? That could certainly be read like that. So I see a whole bunch of problems with what you just wrote here. Now, I'm going to show you, Mayor Stack, ladies and gentlemen, this is an email that I received, and I have corroboration from 3 sources that they heard Mayor Stack say this. And this person sent me this email. I'm going to show it to you now. I'm going to read it to you. Does this not alarm you? Hi, Leroy. I am sending this tip very anonymously and wish to not participate in any other form with your investigation or investigation by law enforcement. However, I believe what I know is of importance for you to know. Skipping details that may give out any person's identity, I have overheard a conversation with county employees stating they had attempted to call Stack and left voicemail. A couple weeks later, Stack called back, and the employee jokingly asked Stack, "Why didn't you call me back quicker?" "What, you thought it was Leroy Truth?" With laughter. Just busting his chops. However, continuing, this employee stated Stack replied by saying, "Leroy is a fraudster, and he wouldn't dare to visit the county. The county would put him next to Hoffa." That was the end of the conversation I overheard. And the person ends by saying, "Please remember, I am keeping anonymous and will not continue to be contacting anyone. Thanks." Does that not alarm you? So who's the one making threats and inferring death threats against yours truly, Leroy Truth here? This bears repeating. Stack allegedly said, "Leroy is a fraudster." That's how he talks. And he wouldn't dare to visit the county. The county would put him next to Hoffa. What are your thoughts on that? Now I'm going to show you a compilation of just a sample of the attacks that I have experienced since I started investigating Mayor Brian P. Stack. And after you watch this, or while you're watching this, ask yourself, who may be the real domestic terrorist? Sure as hell ain't Leroy Truth. Watch this. Now remember, this is just a sample of some of the physical attacks I have experienced and some of the harassment. There's more, but this gives you an idea.
Hey!
There was the first one. Got right in my face. What is it?
How's that, man? How's that, man? Hey! Hey!
He needs to be fired and prosecuted. I did do a complaint on him. Months later, it is still there hasn't been a hearing yet. Now watch this. Now it's going to go to the room at large, and you get a sense of how many people are there. And of course, this is not typical of a meeting. And this is Letitia, and she's been following me, harassing me a lot. Now look, they coordinated together, John Medina and this other guy, to walk up to me in an attempt to agitate me. Oh, and by the way, who is John and Angela Medina? So when people come at me, I'm going to investigate them to see who's behind them, what's up, could there be a connection with Stack? So this is from inside Brian Stack's Union City. And as it says, meet John and Angela Medina. Two Stack hacks living large off the taxpayers. John works for the Union City Board of Education, making $95,000 per year. I said 91, it's $95,000 per year. His wife is the principal of Hudson School, making $181,000 per year. And they're doing pretty well, fatting the hog there off the taxpayers' teats. They're doing well for themselves. They own an $800,000 home in West Caldwell and just purchased a piece of property on James Island Avenue in North Myrtle Beach. What does John do on his off-duty hours? He goes to Union City Commission meetings and makes a fool out of himself by harassing Leroy Truth. Funny how Stack has his people tell Leroy he does not live in Union City and they should go away. It's one of the things I keep hearing. Yet his people are taking our tax dollars, and instead of investing and living in Union City, they take the money and run. Shame on you, John Medina. Go back to West Caldwell, bring your wife with you, and your little dog too. Toto. Oh, and surprise, John has given Brian Stack $10,950, and his wife gave Stack $26,000. All public records there. You think there may be pay to play? I'm not saying anything there, I don't know. I'm just asking questions. Curious though, right? Now here's some of the signs, and as I pan around the room, now look how close to me she is. And she's trying to agitate, harass me. I don't play their game. And look at her, this is Letitia. Other people recording me, look, just take a look. And they're welcome to. just don't harass me, don't get into my space. I do not get into other people's space. If they get into mine, that's something they've done. And so various people recording me. Look how many people are here. And supposedly they were all commanded by mayorstack, allegedly, to be there, to harass me and to show what a wonderful mayor he is. And panning around the room here. And James Bofeld, he kept trying to mess with me that night as well. It was James Bofeld, and he was arrested for attempting to distribute crack cocaine within 1,000 feet of a school. Crazy. He's at all Stack events, James Bofeld. Why does Stack surround himself with these people with these very nefarious backgrounds? Painting the room here, look, all over. And I'm glad they got my video. I hope they distributed it all around. And I hope they watch my videos too to find out the truth about Brian Stack.
Are you protecting the...
Now, the next clip here, this shows who is supposed to be the paragon of virtue and the person who sets the example for the rest of the police officers in Union City. Now, there are exceptional police officers in Union City. No thanks to Chief Ficini. They're there in spite of him. Now, I went to another event, and this was a volunteer event, and they were handing out campaign flyers and so forth. And I was also told by numerous sources that there would be a coordinated attack on me when I was there. And turns out there was. And you're gonna see it all start with Chief Ficini. He grabs my tripod and my camera and attempts to tug it from me, and I hold on to it. And then it continues with Letitia, the same woman who was harassing me in the other video. And watch this. And this was a pre-planned act that Chief Ficini did because he says, I knew you would do that. Watch this.
the women?
I asked him if he would protect the 3 women who were sexually assaulted. And he ignored the question, but instead goes for my tripod and camera.
Hey, get off me!
I knew you were gonna do that.
You knew I was gonna do that when you assault me? You piece of crap!
Look at how he was trying to stare me down, trying to intimidate me. And he said, I knew you were going to do that.
I knew you were gonna do that. I knew you were gonna do that. I knew you were gonna do that.
So obviously it was premeditated because he knew that I would react a certain way or respond a certain way if he unlawfully, illegally grabbed my tripod with my camera on it in an attempt to steal it from me. That would be called robbery there, buddy, not just harassment.
And you're the chief!
Letitia, she blatantly walks up to my camera and grabs a hold of a battery pack and rips it, breaks it off of my tripod, and then walks away. That's the same woman that had her camera in my face that you just saw in the other video. This was all done right in front of Chief Ficini, and he did nothing. This is within minutes after Chief Ficini grabbed my tripod with my camera on it. And I was told that that was the signal for other people to start going hands-on on me at that point and to do things to me. The 4th attack occurred a few minutes later, once again by Letitia, who kicked me in my legs from behind me. Watch this. Once again, that happened in front of Chief Ficini, and he did nothing. And she kicks me in the back of my leg. Once again, that happened in front of Chief Ficini, and he did nothing. And then I turn around because I felt someone hit me in the back, and she runs away. Then it gets crazier. No one would give me a flyer or my colleague, Full Court Press, a flyer. And all these people are distributing flyers, and I'm there to report the news. And in spite of the harassment and attacks on me, I was going to continue to report the news there. So no one would give any flyers, so I decided to go into the place, public building, and to get a flyer so I can report on what is this flyer that Mayor Stack is having them distribute. And there are no signs that say it's private or keep out. You got to be a union resident or anything to go in this building. So I go in, and the moment I do, Brian Stack incites a riot against me. How does he do that? The moment he sees me, he says, "Get him out of here, Chief, get him out of here." I broke no law. I committed no crime. I posed no threat. I just wanted to get a flyer. Chief Ficini did the right thing and actually didn't move to get me out, but it incited a riot of a mob of people led by City Commissioner Wendy Grillon and James Bofil of North Bergen. Watch this.
Get your hands off me. I want some flyers. Get your hands off me. Get your hands off me.
And Wendy is inexplicably, this is Wendy, City Commissioner Wendy, the woman with the blonde hair. She inexplicably is smiling and laughing the whole time. And then she fakes an injury and fake falls.
Get your hands off me. Get your hands off
And they're pushing me, they're literally pushing me out of the building. 6, 7 people.
me. Hey, get your hands off me.
And there's Mayorstack just watching. He's the Commissioner of Public Safety, and he watches a crime happen. And Ficini also watched as the mob ascended toward me, advanced toward me, and went hands-on and pushed me out of the building. He sees a crime about to happen, he sees a crime happening, and then Ficini leaves the building. You're gonna see that.
Get your hands off me.
No, he's looking.
I want a flyer.
Look, and there's Mayorstack in the back there, talking with Ficini.
Get your hands off me.
Okay, no one is. Give it to me.
Get your hands off me. Hey, get off. Get off me. This is the commissioner. Look at this. They're all hands on. They're all hands on.
And Wendy fake falls. Now here's another angle from outside. And they're literally pushing me out of the building. Mayorstack is ignoring what's going on, not stopping it. And Chief Ficini is not stopping it either. The crime is happening right in front of them. I'm gonna fall here. Go over the edge of the building, just watches. Mayorstack also fails to act and just watches. Then after I get pushed to the ground and my tripod is broken, torn apart, Chief Ficini inexplicably leaves the building, has to walk past everything as things are escalating even more. Runs away from the scene, runs down the sidewalk when the mob is saying, you attacked a woman, complete lies. I was the one pushed and attacked by a mob of people. And I end up falling down. And then Wendy fake falls and they claim that I punched her or something, which is a complete lie. I got the video evidence here. So who are the violent people, Mayorstack? Sure as hell isn't Leroy Truth. You and your minions. To the end of the block, makes a phone call. Then Chief Ficini comes back. Oh, and this is classic. Mayorstack threatening me. Who makes threats? He talks about threats in his new website page there. He makes threats because he's so upset that Chief Ficini didn't get me out of that building and arrest me. That he says, if you can't handle him, I'll handle him. And Mayorstack's out of control. His temperament is not fit for office one moment longer. Watch this for yourself. Where the mayor proceeds to, look at him, scream at him in front of all the people. And he says, if you won't handle him, I'll handle him. And that's Chief Ficini right there right up there. And Chief Ficini, of course, Mayorstack is there. And he is out of control, screaming, yelling, because Chief Ficini wouldn't do an unlawful thing and arrest me when I had done no crime. Hold on. Look at it, that's Stack, enraged. If you can't handle him, I'll handle him. What does that mean, Stack? I'd say that's a pretty strong threat to me. The guy who said that if I went to the county, I'd be laying next to Jimmy Hoffa. I think you got this backwards, buddy. You open up a can of worms you can't close. Look at him. That's your mayor right there. Look at his face and listen to his words. As it says in the Bible, ye shall know them by their fruits. He can give away turkeys till he's blue in the face. He can have block parties to give away free hot dogs, pay a person's rent once a year, pay electricity. This is his true self right here. You see it and hear it for yourself. He doesn't show this to most people, but he got so enraged, so out of control. 100 people saw him do this. And supposedly this was all his plan to attempt to get me arrested so I would stop the investigation. But here's a newsflash. Even if you get me arrested, I'm not stopping the investigation. I'm not stopping until I investigate and expose every one of the over 1,500 allegations I've received so far, Brian. Continuing. Look at him. That's Mayor Stack, right there. There he is. Out of control. If you can handle him, I'll handle him. What does that mean, Stack? You want me dead? That's what your piece where you said Leroy is a fraudster. He wouldn't dare to visit the county. The county would put him next to Hoffa. Supposedly you said that. From your actions here, I believe it. Then I went to speak at a public meeting, and he ignores whatever I say, whatever anyone else says. Deli Flores spoke there. Charles Pratt has spoken. Other people have spoken. He ignores them. And then he ends up calling me an idiot.
I feel comfortable being here. You have this glorious barricade for yourself, so you're safe. No one's coming at you. And first I gotta say, it was completely disgusting and despicable how you, Mayor Stack, and each of you were ignoring Deli Flores.
Please pay attention to me. I was in a meeting for different schools for 8 times.
Look at this. Stack is totally ignoring her when she's talking. And she has very serious allegations that Justin Marcado attacked her, as well as she claims that Mayor Stack himself sexually assaulted her a number of years ago. He's ignoring her. And the other commissioners are ignoring her too. Public officials cannot do that. And if they do, they can't be public officials. This is not public comment time. This is public servant listening time. It's not just for us to speak and hear our own voices. This is to convey important information that they, as our servants, need to hear, receive, and act upon. As if there's something that needs to be acted upon. And this is what Brian Stack does in every meeting to people he doesn't want to hear the truth from. Unacceptable. Gotta resign. Boom. See you, Brian. Bye-bye.
Constantly do not pay attention to me. Are you paying attention to me, please, Mr. Bambino, Lucio Fernandez, Mr. Wendy Crillon? Are you paying attention to me or no? Please.
Yeah, that's disrespectful right there. They're being disrespectful to you.
After attack me, Justin Marcado intimate me in the school.
Justin Marcado attacked her, she
in
said.
2018. After that, Alicia Morel.
That's the same Justin Marcado who assaulted and robbed me, which you're going to see in a minute on video.
Morejon attacked me too, intimate me in the school, inside the school, calling my...
Look, he's messing with papers. And they're all not paying attention, not just Stack. I condemn all of them, every single one of those city commissioners.
You attacked me sexually in 2020,
Look at his face.
2005, in 2016, 45 in 2016, and 45. You attacked me sexually.
Mayor Stack, did you know that there are 3 women? I'm going to wait till you stop talking and pay attention to we the people right here. Are you ready to hear what I have to say, Mayor Stack? I'm right here.
Sir, you can speak. Don't harass me. You can speak.
You are being incredibly rude and condescending to everyone here.
You're an idiot. Just do me a favor.
First time he calls me an idiot, and he calls this harassment. I have 5 minutes to ask questions and to share information during this time. And he claims harassment because he likes to play the little boy victim.
Step back.
This is what he stoops to right here.
Step back. Stop
Did you
harassing
know that they were
Here, I'm gonna share that part again.
incredibly rude? Right here.
Sir, you can speak. Don't harass me. You can speak.
You are being incredibly rude and condescending to everyone here.
You're an idiot. Just do me a favor. Step back.
This is what he stoops to right here.
Step back. Stop
Did you
harassing
know that there were
This is
3
not First
women
Amendment. Step
who were
back.
allegedly
Step back.
sexually assaulted
Step back.
in the city?
Step back. Don't
You
raise
know
your
that.
voice.
You
speak.
You
speak.
know that
Don't raise
there
your
were
voice.
3 women who
Now he's interrupting my time. This is my 5 minutes. He needs to shut his mouth. His mouth is doing this. It needs to do this. and listen and receive what I have to say, as well as all the board members there. And he's not. He's interrupting me. Say, oh, you're talking too loud. I'm simply speaking. I project my voice. I'm a trained speaker. If he doesn't like it, that's his problem.
Allegedly assaulted in this city, works for the Parks Department. Do you know that? Are you aware of that, Mayor Stack?
He's ignoring this important information about the sexual assault of 3 women I'm bringing to him.
That's a question for you.
How about the women on the panel? Do they care?
Apologize to the residents.
I apologize to the residents for Mayor
We have
Stack.
an individual from Connecticut.
You should apologize.
For ignoring us.
First thing you said right.
Because he's paid to do so by the political machine in Hudson County. He's a paid hack. He's a complete idiot. Go right ahead. Make sure you get that on camera.
Oh, I sure did. Mayor Stack.
Now, the last scene here is where Justin Marcado assaults and robs me in front of Stack, according to many sources, that this was allegedly directed by Stack because they wanted to get my phone. They wanted to get my phone with all my contacts and all my sources, which I never bring to Union City. Duh. But they didn't believe me. And this happens in front of Brian Stack, and he allows Justin Marcado to flee the scene of the crime before the police can get there as well. Watch this.
You know what I had? Don't.
And you see in the left, Mayor Stack saw it happen and he walks away. He sees Justin Marcado attacking me in the video on the left, and the video on the right is Justin Marcado is being whisked away, pushed out of the place by Andre Garcia, one of Brian Stack's bodyguards and supposedly Justin Marcado's best friend. And I heard he has a make-believe Board of Education position. No one really knows what he does. What's he getting paid for? And so he gets whisked away. City commissioner lets the assaulter and robber leave the scene of the crime before the police can get there. And in the left, Mayor Stack sees and hears what's going on. He turns and he walks away from it. He's the city commissioner of public safety. And he walked away from a crime as it was occurring and lets the attacker go. Watch this.
He was right inside. I want the police there. I want him arrested right now. I want him arrested right now. He just went hands on. He went to country and he came back to give me my.
Now, as you can see, another angle here. He walks out to me unprovoked. Mayor Stack is in front of me to the right, and Justin Marcado is to the left. It supposedly was a planned attack. Andre Garcia, the bodyguard, is behind him. And once Justin Marcado steals my phone from me, then Andre Garcia gets between Justin Marcado, so I can't get my phone back at that time. Watch this.
He was right inside. I want the police there. I want him arrested right now. I want him arrested right now. He just went hands on. He went to country and he came back to give me my phone back. Give me my phone back now.
I got his phone. Mayor Brian, I got his phone. I got the contacts. Look at that. You see how blatantly clear this is? This wasn't some random, oh, I see Leroy, let me just mess with him. He's showing. You see it with your own eyes right now. Mayor Stack is looking right at my phone as Justin Marcado is waving it in his face. I got it. I got the prize. I got the prize. Yeah, did you know that Matt Plotkin's office, the Attorney General office, said there is no crime that happened there? Nothing? Nope. No assault and robbery. Watch this, continues. Then he goes to destroy it, steps on it, goes to punch me, attempts to destroy by stepping on it again. Goes to punch me. So, ladies and gentlemen, you see what's going on here with your own eyes. And who is the violent person? Who are the violent people here? Certainly isn't Leroy Truth. Yet Mayor Stack puts out propaganda like he did today on the website. FBI, the person you need to look into is Mayor Brian Stack. I know you started a few years ago. You need to complete it. All this conspiracy against an American journalist, simply investigating because I was requested to investigate by hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people in Union City, residents city workers, landlords, business owners. I don't have anything personal against Stack. I don't know the guy. I do my job and I go home. But he's the one that's bringing all this harassment and assaults and violence and threats to me. AKA, lay next to Hoffa if I went to the county. So ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate all your support. I'm going to continue to investigate Mayor Brian Stack and to reveal every single piece that I find that finds actual corruption, pay to play, voter intimidation, sexual assaults, cover-ups, retaliation against women who are sexually assaulted, and I will report every bit to you. I've been at this for 5 months. It took me 33 years to get to my deposition against the Catholic Church for the sexual abuse I experienced as a child, 7 years old, by a Catholic priest. 33 years. Mayor Stack thinks I'm going to give up after 5 months. I'm in it for the long haul. As long as it takes to expose every one of those over 1,500 allegations, and as things are found there, Mayor Stack will be indicted for any actual criminal findings. I'm Leroy Truth for Leroy Truth Investigation. I appreciate your support. God bless you all. And if you have any tips of corruption about Mayor Stack or anyone in Mayor Stack's administration and government, simply email me at leroytruth247@gmail.com. And I tell you, I love Union City. I'm considering moving there. Great restaurants, great people, great culture, great cultures. And stay tuned. See you next time.